My stars, reading time. Don't mind the look of me. I was in the middle of cleaning my shower and we've got a sense of urgency reading. So let's see what's going on. Intuition. Okay. Spy. Okay, I was seeing my confession card, but someone's got their eye on you, doing more research. Maybe you feel that this person's not in your energy right now. Maybe you've really tried to shut the door on this one. You could kind of see this person as a little bit emotionally unavailable. So intuition again. The right collective, your intuition would be going off right now. Like I said, I was in the middle of scrubbing down my shower and this download just hit me. So it's a message in itself. Maybe this collective, you've just had this overwhelm of emotion or intuition really hitting you about this person. Cycles. Okay, so you've had a few cycles with this person, but fate, karma, something ended, something's about to begin. All right, spy. Maybe this person struggles with a few addictions. They could also be going through some financial issues right now. They could have been a gambler, feeling used by this person. So this person's definitely, this closing the door, this person hasn't made you feel the best inside. If they struggled with finances in the past and you felt like you really financially supported them, or there is something here about feeling used with this person financially. Moving on, waste of time. Okay, you could have, this is about a shorter lived romance, so don't make these details fit. This person that you're seeing is emotionally unavailable. It was more of a, you guys could have exited each other's lives more in the midst of a honeymoon phase. But this card also says attending someone's wedding, so that could be a detail here. But this is underneath shutting the door, so maybe you were going to go to a wedding and you decided not to. I'm hearing that as well. Whoa, so underneath intuition, commitment, things are about to get serious. I'm just not liking the smell of this first row. Like, that seems like a lot of baggage there. Unless this is just what you think about this person, that maybe they stay in the background because of, unfortunately, some bad habits, and maybe they're a little bit embarrassed about maybe the financial support that you used to give them. Why do I feel this is more your outlook on this person? So I don't see, like, that's a pretty shady row. Hold on, I want one more for this spy and this addictions energy. They could be a fire sign, you could be a fire sign, but this is also a card of action, movement, passion. Date night. Maybe they're quite an impulsive person as well, kind of lead with emotion. Hold on, sorry. I just want to confirm this connection because that's just not the nicest row, is it? If for commitment things, hold on. I just want to confirm this person, not your outlook. I just want to confirm them right now. This spy. So that's way too many. I'm gonna read them. Addictions again. So there is something with addictions, you are right. But mirror. So you mirror this person. It's one of those mirrored connections. And I always say, if you find yourself in a mirrored connection and you are not healed, it can be a very overwhelming experience. Mirrored connections don't do well if you haven't gone through a period of self-discovery. You really reflect each other's trauma, each other's wounding. It becomes very triggering, and especially if you don't have the communication tools to be able to work through these things, it can become quite a destructive connection. But mirroring each other, self-image, reflecting each other's wounds, introspection. So maybe yourself, and again, don't make it fit. When this person was in your life, if these were the qualities they had, you yourself embodied these. So let it be you found this person when you were struggling with finances or certain substance issues. This person themselves could have felt a little bit used by you. Okay, I know this is about financial use, but maybe you guys aren't on the same page with this. And side note, I see this a lot, especially when whoever's kind of the breadwinner in the connection, let's just say you're paying majority of the bills. Of course, you're going to feel a bit used. But if this person, even if they made a little bit less than you, they still invested what they could. So let it be, you know, you would take care of maybe the bigger bills, but they would help out in other ways. I don't think in this person's mind, they were like, I'm using for finances. I don't think that was their outlook on this relationship. I actually feel this person provided or did what they could. And again, and I'm not saying this to upset you, but if you align with someone and you know you're taking care of majority of the bills and it's not affecting you until this person walks away, and then you start thinking, oh, they were using me. Unfortunately, you put yourself in that position in the nicest way. But addictions is here. So this card of addiction doesn't talk about substances. It talks about obsession. It talks about possession. It talks about being controlling. So again, mirror being your first card, you both were clearly obsessed with each other. You could have had a little bit of a controlling relationship from both aspects. Oh, that one just... But we've got ascending. So this person is transcending obstacles right now. You might not be aware of it, especially if you feel this person's emotionally unavailable. It's a waste of time. But learning, expansion, new phase. This says preparing for union, which makes sense with this commitment, with intuition. Whoa! You got mirror and twin flame here. And this is this person's outlook. Just saying. That makes sense. Okay, so when you first came into alignment with this person, I'm going to say it, you were both as bad as each other. It's really sad because this first row here, I'm going to stick to what I was saying. I think that's this collective, your outlook on this person. So you don't have the nicest image. I talk about perception. And when we create a perception in our mind, there's no words that can change that perception. That comes through action that changes our perception. And it's funny because I normally see it's more the masculine energy, you don't need to be male, that creates a very misconstrued perception. This collective, clearly you have not seen action here to change the outlook now that you have imprinted on your mind. Okay. And it's quite sad that this is how you see this person, especially if it is a true divine connection, which means the right collective, you've kind of hit your brink. I think you've passed your obsession fixation phase. You've passed the sadness. You've passed the uncertainty. I think it's more you're sitting in a mode of frustration. Okay, let's just confirm this person's outlook. Mirror. Whoa. You've got engagement ring here. So that this person is going over commitment that was offered, and you've got commitment here again. I think the right collective, you guys were either... And I have to say this because you got honeymoon phase, and I see this a lot in the divine community, and anybody, actually, I'm not going to say anybody because I know there's some relationships that you guys get married within a couple months of meeting each other and it flourishes. I get it. But with a twin connection, you're trauma-filled souls. And normally this planning and this, planning marriage, planning children, planning on getting a home, all of this stuff, especially if you guys weren't financially equipped to do all these things, when you're planning very quickly, when there's things in this connection that you know are obstacles. It's coming from a place of, unfortunately, trauma. If you knew straight off the bat there was a bit of like it wasn't completely aligned and you were planning all of these things, and I know it's hard when all of that commitment is put on the table, but I think divine sometimes fail to remember and understand when you guys meet each other, like I described with this mirrored connection. You should never be planning a future with someone if already in your honeymoon phase you're having ups and downs and obstacles. So this person they're reflecting on this, they're reflecting on the commitment that they offered you, they're reflecting on things that were spoken, but again, this is underneath mirror. So you both were in agreement of whatever commitment you were talking about, even though you weren't ready for the commitment you were talking about. Addictions. Whoa, and that's what I was feeling. Okay. This is about the obsessed right now. This person's really wanting to express themselves, but look at the things they're going over. This person's not silly. They know what they offered in the past. Someone's wanting to express their love, a message of you, thinking of you, letting you know. This is like they're fixating on this right now. Ascending. Oh gosh, so they're looking over your photos and you've got spy here. So looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, wanting to make new memories. So again, they're kind of locked in on your energy right now. And like I said at the start, this collective, something's happened to you intuitively. Don't make it fit. Like I said, I was in the middle of scrubbing my shower. I'm like, I got to do a reading. It's like, that's what, for the right collective, there's something that's been like over you about this person. Okay, if you haven't had a moment like that, this isn't for you. The right collective, you've been starting to imprint this person's kind of a mess in your mind. So if all of a sudden you're thinking, oh my gosh, is this person, it's hit you for a reason. They like you. They want to roll the dice here. This is underneath twin flames, so they want to bloom this again. They're about to take a chance, but they're being strategic, and this is why they're watching in the background. So I'm hearing a couple things. I don't think you know for certain that this person's watching, which makes me feel they're watching you more on a burner. But then I also heard this person could have just popped up on your socials. Let it be, they've watched a story, or they've just added you again, or, they've liked a photo if they're already your friend on social media, but they're not moving just yet. It's like they're still in spy mode, okay? But they're feeling like they're ready to show you their hand of cards. I want one more. What? So they've got unconditional love here. You got the love card. You know what? I just quickly before we go, I just want to see your perception on this, because I feel the right collective. You are not in this mode, that's for sure. Let's just confirm. Okay, let's just see your perception on this spy person and this whole situation. Oh, you got love, like them, but not enough. So this person, you're frustrated in this relationship. You've got lack of confidence here. Self-sabotage, fear, ego, jealousy issues. Okay, I do think you have love for this person, but the frustration of the lack of movement, the emotional unavailability, this stuff, you remind me of a collective, unfortunately. To help you get past things, you hold on to negativity, which isn't healthy for anyone. So it's like you have emotion here, deep emotion here, but it's not making sense to you. You're so frustrated in this whole situation. So your mind is taking you to, they just used me. They have, you know, addictions in their life. They're not emotionally available. It's like you're switching to the negativity to try and release the frustration. Okay, but I think that's overwhelming you. Well, that's too many. That's a chunk. Let's just... Yeah, you're trying to focus on self-indulgence. You're trying to focus on you, but this isn't a good outlook. Okay, I wasn't in your relationship. I don't know what happened here, but I can feel it as I'm reading it. If you're focusing on self-indulgence, self-love, healing, shadow work, self-appreciation, it's not a good outlook. Okay, just advice. Everything happens for a reason, especially a mirror twin flame connection. There's two people at fault. Okay, you're in control of your thought pattern, but this self-sabotage, self-destruction, you think it's them, this thought pattern is creating that for you. Because let's just say this really is a divine, I'm going to break it all down, and now you've got this frustration, this person popping up. There's a reason this is finding you. Especially if there's been a lot of time, a lot of cycles. If you've got this outlook on this person, and this is someone you do want in your life, unconditionally love them, and that's not unconditional love, viewing them like that, but anyway, you're going to put your foot in it. Okay. And I'll tell you this right now, if this really, and true divines do this, if this has activated you to your healing journey, that means you're changing, you're evolving, you're becoming the best version of yourself. And that started from this connection. Am I saying there was no wrong? No. But they've benefited your soul. If this is the first person that's made you evolve, yes, they made you evolve through damage, but that's how healing work starts. I always say what pushes us through life is those overwhelmed emotions of anxiety, fear, stress, anger. That's what changes us. Happiness, excitement, it keeps us complacent. It stops us from moving. Okay, so just a bit of food for thought. So you know they've got their cards close to their chest, but this is what makes you frustrated. So the right collective, you're frustrated because of the lack of movement and time. That's what, so you struggle to surrender and release, and trust in your faded thread. Ace of Spades, that could actually be a detail here, a sign, let it be an actual little tattoo. A tattoo, but you got gambling here. They got handed cards, you got handed cards. So they could actually play cards as a profession, or you've got memories of playing cards. Okay. But they could unfortunately struggle with a bit of gambling. But for all sections right now, we've got this that's come out. So that's an important detail. Don't make it fit. Discernment. Love. You're sick of it. It's the cycles. This is my 50-50. So you question your love here. It's like sabotage, rebuild, repetitive or work. It's like you guys just never seem to come onto the same page. Okay. You feel strung along. You feel like an option. You feel like this person's put you maybe in a love triangle. You just... This is all coming from the frustration here, from the lack of movement. Even though you've had, and this is again, the frustration. You've had hopes that this person was going to shoot their arrow, but the hesitation here and the lack of communication, it drives you crazy. Not enough. Girl with a snake, so you're blaming it maybe again on a third party, but it's like, were you just charmed? Were you just being used? Does this just need boundary? Like, again, this not enough's driving you crazy. You could even have thought in your mind, are they just a narcissist? Which is not a nice outlook. I always say that word is freely used this day and age. self-indulgence. But the clock, the healing, this is about, it needed time. It takes time. Time in cycles, time to heal. Okay? They activated yourself. And you know it. But when you're stuck in your 3D outlook, the lack of movement, this is when the negativity comes in. But when you're in your strength and in your surrender, it's like whenever your intuition comes over that this person's thinking or going to move towards you, it goes straight into negativity. And then you wonder why there's emotional blocks here. This has taken time. You got 2 about cycles. I'll tell you right now, if it was how I was describing before, you should be thanking the universe that they pulled you guys apart when they did in this honeymoon phase. Because that would never have worked long term anyway. Everything happens for a reason. And remember, it's not your ego's time. It's divine time. Without this heartbreak, you wouldn't be who you are and who you're becoming. So now you think soulmate. They got twin. So maybe you just think now this was part of your soul contract. It was a lesson that needed to be learnt. So I actually think for a long time you thought this person was your twin flame, your divine energy. And my universal truth, it's not twin flame. You find each other as twin flames, but you need to, through your cycles, through your evolution, through your self-appreciation, your self-discovery, you transition to your divine energy. Divine equals light, right? A sovereignty. That takes time. That takes time. Doesn't happen like that. And again, broken record, average separation for twins is about 3.5, 4 years. Some twins, you guys end up marrying, having children 10, 20, 25 years apart. But what's meant for you will always be for you. It will never pass you by in life. And the sad thing is, this collective, it's like, it's literally the time that sets you into this negative outlook, instead of just believing, well, there must still be things within me I need to work on. It's like, what do I need to balance? You've had so much dependence externally of when this person would return. Your expectation always met with disappointment. Now it's like you don't even truly believe that this is your person. You just think it was something in your soul contract that needed to be cleared off, that maybe they're just a karmic. Sad. Anyway, let's get this last card. And then before we really break down this person, their true intention, I just want a message from the universe for you to maybe... Anyway, we'll get just one more. That's you. Don't overwork yourself right now. You've got to try and get out of your mind. I want one more for that. There's that confession. So you're about to close in the distance here. You could have physical distance, but there's been emotional distance. But for a reason. A reason maybe you do not understand, but it had to happen this way. You and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. It's like this isn't even set in stone just yet. I feel this person is like, I'm seeing that hovering. It's like they're hovering, but there's something about your energy that needs to be cleared right now. Okay. Let's just, like I said, before we get into them, I just want a message from the universe for you. Okay, from the universe. Oh gosh. Your hermit journey was for a reason. You need to know that. And I always say that beautiful hermit journey, it feels like such a dark path, and sometimes we fail to see that beautiful star, that light at the end of the tunnel. But that's what healing is. Healing's not meant to be easy. You're relearning life. You're relearning to parent yourself. And I always say that takes years. It doesn't happen in weeks or months or even a year. I don't even think that's enough. You're going over trauma that's been instilled in your beautiful brain since the age of 3 or 4. to whatever age you are now, or to whenever you activated. You're relearning life. So yes, you've been on a healing journey, a hermit's journey, to find peace and resolve within you, to learn how to fulfill yourself, to learn how to fill your own void. But sometimes this card specifically says that analytical, over-processing mind, which I can see, it still gets you into a little bit of trouble emotionally and energetically. Just weighs you down. It weighs your beautiful threads down. You've got to stop being so critical right now. And I said it before, Mirror was your first card. You were both as bad as each other, in the nicest way. In the nicest way. For the right collective, okay, they're trying to grant you a new beginning, an unexpected increase in change, but they want you to soothe yourself right now, okay? You need to be a little bit more timid when it comes to how you speak to that self-talk, that inner monologue. Is that what it is? It's your desires in life that get you in trouble. Instead of just that's another thing about this journey. It's activating your sovereignty, your release of external, and understanding what's meant for you will always be for you. Always. It won't pass you by. Harmonize yourself right now. Dolphin energy. You've got to try and find peace, harmony. You need to more effective communication. Okay. Be a bit more playful. Maybe you need to do something a bit joyous over the next... We should do it every day. You should find joy in every day. But if you're someone, unfortunately, hermit energy can put us in isolation. And again, sometimes we feel we're just sitting in darkness. But you can find joy in anything. It's those moments you're overwhelmed. Get up. Go outside. Go for a walk. Go to the gym. Go do a bit of self-care. Go get a massage. Clean your house. Put some music on. Whatever it is, you need to release and find joy right now, okay? You are in tune with others. So just remember that. Your threads, this negativity, this anger, this fear, all of this emotion, it's going through your threads right now. I talk about the power of soul connection nearly every day. Joy. Just do something joyous. 12th of the 1st could be a memory, or the 1st of the 12th. So 1st of December, 12th of January. Or you could be watching this at 1122, or you could be seeing 121 a lot as well. Oh, don't worry. Be happy. I'm hearing that song in my mind. Got to be a little bit more easygoing. How does that song go? Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. That song? Maybe download it, put it on. But a change in direction is coming. Luck is on your side. I feel this leap of faith is coming towards you, but maybe there's some things in your life you need a little bit of a leap of faith with, especially putting yourself first and getting out of that hermit energy. 12th of May, the 5th of December. Oh, you know what I'm going to say with this card, my beautiful angels? Every time this comes out, go to your bookshelf or go to a book. Run your hand around, see what you're energetically drawn to. Now turn to page 10 or 26 and read the first line. That'll be a message from the universe for you, okay, to help you in this time. That's a beautiful way to get signs as well. Just saying, 26th of the 10th could be a memory, so 26th of October, but things that are hidden, certain memories are resurfacing, a mystery and secrets are about to unfold, but you need to be in a better state of being. The unknown, okay, and maybe as well, I'm seeing my Page of Swords, maybe your higher self is wanting you to develop that mind a bit more. Maybe you've been being called to do a course or you know, just evolve your intellect a little bit with things. I always find divines, true divines, your brains are like sponges, okay? Learn from different religions, spiritual outlooks. It's like your brain just constantly wants to know more and more. So maybe when it comes to your development up here, your higher self is wanting you to develop a bit at the moment. Oh, head of the pack. All right, Hermit. Stepping stone. Again, you can't rush it. Perfect confirmation for that. You can't rush it. Number 17. It's all a process of arrival. Baby steps, small steps, big accomplishments. You can't rush your hermit journey. The process of arrival. Baby steps, progression, how to just keep going. Step by step. You're spiritually growing. So let's get out of that negative outlook. There it is. New beginnings with your divine masculine. 28th of the 1st could be important. 28th of January. Person you know. Masculine energy. New beginnings. A sudden increase. But, like I said, I don't feel this is set in stone just yet. This is coming to your inner talk right now. Another one of new beginnings, 13th of the 12th, 13th of December. Beginnings, innocence. Just remember, this all had to happen for a reason. All of it. Be more carefree right now. Be a bit more spontaneous. Again, if something's coming over you, to just take that leap of faith. Just do it instead of sitting in hermit mode. A new perspective is needed. It's not working against you. This is you. Things were working against me. Where my persistence, is it even paying off? Yes, it is. There's new things on the horizon. Okay, your dreams are about to become real, but it comes first from harmonizing your energy. Just saying. 13th of August. All right, leap of... Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right with the obstacles and mountains here. Obstacles, problems, distance, solitude. It's your pride being affected right now. Indifferent, barrier, delays. Chariot with this, holy moly. I'm saying it's not set in stone, but normally Chariot, once that decision's made, I think this starts from you first. I'm going to be honest, you need to change your direction emotionally right now. Maybe this has been the past 1 to 3 months that you can feel more of an anger, a frustration coming over this connection. It's like it's just progressively started to get more murky up here when it comes to your emotion of this person. These had to be here, these obstacles, these mountains. You and I think for a long time you remembered that, you knew that. 21st of the 8th as well of August. And then this mystery. Oh, God. You got the double rainbow, removing the obstacles. This is literally a card of removing the obstacles. It's just been a mystery. It's just been hidden. So gentle, lucid. You could be having a lot of dreams right now. Powerful wise, obstacles removed under this book. Write in the comments what was the first sentence. I'm intrigued. But divine intervention, double rainbow. You could have just seen a duality, perfect timing. You were never meant to know your timing. Ego's timing, divine timing. Ascension, light codes, as above, so below. And at the bottom, you got the only twin flame card. There's a swan, yes, but out of 132 cards, it's your lucky last card. Starts with you and your internal union. Okay. This negativity, like I said before, it's all coming because of the time. Divine partner, mirror, heart chakra activation, so focus on positivity. Catalyst awakening, balancing your own masculine and feminine energy. Just saying. Beautiful. All right, let's break it down. Why am I'm getting called to get my moon cards quickly, because like I said, I don't think this is, I just want to get my moon cards quickly. Hold on, I just got to find that deck. Hold on. Okay, let's just get 3 cards for you. Oh, okay, what do you need to release? Don't let the past hold you back. Perfect theme for this collective. I thought that was the nothing set in stone just yet, but yeah, what do you need to release? Waning moon, south node. Don't let the past hold you back. Right now, it was a beautiful crescent moon last night, and that Venus star was right next to it. The end of a tough cycle approaches. It was meant to be tough. It was never meant to be easy. It's odd because I still feel there needs to be a transition in this collective. I'm just, if this is coming through right now, I'm a little bit surprised. Just the anger that's in this collective soul, or frustration, I should say. I don't think you're angry. Oh my God, a new start is coming. I said 3, now I want to confirm them. What do you need to release? Okay, a win-win outcome is forecast. Breathe. Luck is on your side. You need to it's become a habit. This for you, the way that you reflect on this. You're about to step outside of your comfort zone. You need to deal. This is beautiful. Win-win outcome and luck is on your side. Stop falling back to the same thought pattern. Because clearly this collective, when this comes over you, it goes straight to negativity. It doesn't benefit you. Don't let the past hold you back. You were so close to achieving your goals. Change that thought pattern. Sign. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Your dreams need a practical, right now it's not practical what you're feeling. It's like you love this person, but you're so angry at it or frustrated with this person. It's your own ego. It's time to breathe. It's time to breathe, relax, change your perception. This is reminding me of a collective. It's like you think this whole thing's just been, last one. Confidence is believe to succeed. So nothing set in stone didn't come out. So maybe it has hit its chariot. I still recommend changing your thought pattern though. You would rather it coming in as a union energy, not a lesson energy. And if you react here and this person is just starting to open up their emotion, they'll clam up again and you'll be on another cycle. So I think it's more nothing set in stone if it's, just going to be another lesson because of the way you communicate, or if it's leading to commitment. Again, this isn't just finding you because this person's moving, it's to change your emotion up here. All right. Let's see how they're really feeling right now towards you. Actually, first I want to get these. How are they feeling right now before we see how they feel towards you? Oh my gosh, the first, stop it. They want to mend this. I want to fix our connection. Plane taking off. Sign. You could have a plane taking off right now. They know they sabotage this, so they're going over their self-sabotage. And it's funny because this collective, your mind frame is self-destructive right now. So of course, because they're thinking about it threads without you knowing, in an odd way you're mirroring it, but with your own thought pattern, trying to show you how this person's mind can play havoc. You're exactly the same. Runner. I don't want to run anymore. So they're just transitioning out of their running energy. So again, I'm going to stick to my guns. I feel this collective, it goes down to how you communicate. They are just wanting to open up and you go, "Wah!" And you've had repeated cycles before. What's going to happen? Their running boots are going to go straight back on. So they're going over a missed opportunity. So this is one of my collectives. Your last point of communication. There could have been a reconciliation. So let it be you put out an olive branch, right? But you were impatient and you couldn't give them enough time to really reflect on what you had said. And let's just say maybe you gave them a week or 2 weeks. And I always say about emotion, I don't even think that's enough time, especially when there's been a lot of damage. I talk about it all the time. To really find center, understand and compromise, that takes time. People think waiting an hour or a couple days. No, you obsess even more. And there's a reason this is coming to my mind, because we're talking to this collective as it's either just another point of communication layer, getting stuck on the same layer, or reconciliation energy. I think you guys had a point last time. Now, last time you spoke, and this person is taking accountability, think it's because of their lack of response, right? I didn't act when I should have. But the thing is, it was a test. I always say divines is a test every time they come in. And I feel the right collective. Last time, even though they might have taken a while to respond to you, I think they were on the verge and you became impatient. You became impulsive. You became frustrated. You either blocked them or whatever the case. Okay, don't do it again. Don't make it fit. They're broken. I feel shattered about all of this. This is them wanting to fix this. So again, they're obsessing right now. They're fixating. How they neglected you through sabotage. They should have seen you when they had the chance. So they're really taking accountability here. I failed to give you what you needed. You both did though. You both did. And it's really sad because I think this collective, you've got yourself in a little bit of an ivory tower. Don't make it fit. You can see it. What you're labeling them, how you're seeing them. But the right collective, you got mirror. You're both as bad as each other. But yet this collective, watching, right? It's like you're a little bit wounded feminine. You're in a lot of blame game right now. But like I've said a few times, it's just the lack of movement that's putting you into that outlook. A few months ago, you didn't have that outlook. Yeah, right. Holy you just got the runner chaser journey one after another. So they don't, and you know what? And I'm hearing this now too. You don't want to play games here. So I find this a lot, especially when this dynamics happened, right? I always say you want to be your true authentic self when they pop in your energy. None of this, oh, hey, acting like you don't care because you've been broken to pieces. Or you don't want to be when they pop up, oh, I'm not going to, they took that long to reply to me. I'm going to take this long. Like, it's just games. It's BS. Again, you're trying to break free from subconscious programming, society's outlook on how things, anyway. This collective, whatever you do, if this is something that you are wanting to align again, which you can see you want to, but you're frustrated right now, and a little bit of blame, you do not want to wear a mask. You do not want to play games. You want to be your authentic self. Okay? Speak your needs, speak your wants. If you want to say in that moment, whatever you want to say it. Just don't be a Queen of Swords. Don't put yourself in that ivory tower because it'll backfire. Just my advice. But whatever you do, if your layer is, hey, be honest and vulnerable. And even say that. But part of me just wants to be so nice because I'm worried you're going to run again. But I can't do that this time. I like so many boundaries with you because you just have such a significant place in my heart. But I can't keep seeing you more than I see myself. I know we are both at fault, but what's happened here? It's like I'm blaming you for so much and I don't like that. Be honest. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Be honest. What you feel in that moment, allow for spontaneous, constructive communication. If you're having to sit and rewrite and then you're not ready. If you have to go to your notes app, you are not ready. You want to, when your emotion is centered, say what you want to say freely. Okay. And if you're having to rewrite, say that. I'm noticing I'm having to rewrite. I can't even find the right words. I need a few days. What you feel, explain. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So the secrets held this back, but unfinished business. So they're going crazy right now. Underneath missed opportunities, they weren't ready to respond in that moment. I think if you gave them a few more days or another week, they would have come through. But we have so many things to resolve and discuss. I haven't told you everything. They want your forgiveness. They know they escape when things get hard. They get it. This is good. All right. Let's just see how they feel towards you. I wanted to get these, but I actually want to get my divine truth for how they feel towards you. Oh. It was never the right time in the past, and we've said that. It wasn't. It wasn't the right time. You weren't meant to align. That's not their fault. You energetically weren't in alignment. Okay. Oh, and we're talking about perception so it's shifted. Their perception has finally shifted. I only was able to see what I wanted to see in the past. Another reason the divine kept you guys apart. I'm sorry for not seeing your worth. First step is shifting the perception. Otherwise, it's highly triggering. It's the divine working its magic. Before I was like, it's not set in stone. But now that I'm really getting into this, the arrival is set in stone. What's not set in stone, is this just going to be another layer, test emotionally, or is this going to lead to reconciliation? That's what it is, because it's the divine's playing here right now. Expect a miracle. Divine intervention is pushing you two together. And it's funny, yesterday I did a battery recharge. I'm hearing that for this. It's like this collective, I think it's been a while here. You haven't aligned for a long time. 3D. I've been programmed to focus on tangible items and what was in front of me. That's what this collective is starting to fall short to, the desire, the society's perception. And this person knows that about them, but this is, I feel more for this collective. I know this is what they want to say, but that's clearly coming from up above, and I feel this is coming from up above too. Because right at the start, I said your perception needs to shift right now, right? Another plane. As their perception's shifting, you need to focus more on just, it's not even positivity, but just understanding why this all happened. This takes a long time to break free from. We spoke about that at the start. I always say, until they're activated the 5D frequency, you don't align energetically. Clearly they're shifting from this. And it's like as they're shifting, you're falling back into it. It's funny, I do say the tables need to turn. You need to kind of experience what they went through to understand why they had the avoidance here. And it's funny, it's like it's trickling in for you, but you don't even realize what kept them stuck is what's keeping you stuck. So they're going over good memories, good times, which probably means their life, if divine intervention's at play, there's some destruction going on in their life to make them reflect on this. There's something happening to create this sense of urgency towards you right now, okay? But they're shattered, they're broken. I feel that in their parts. They're really hard on themselves right now and what's been done. It's like, you know when I talk about you go to sleep one night and like Tinkerbell just comes and sprinkles fairy dust in you and you wake up and you're like, it's like a different outlook. And I feel through whatever's going on in their life, they've had that Tinkerbell fairy dust sprinkled over them right now. And now they're starting to be like, what have I done here? Old habits were breaking me down, but a new version of me is being revealed. got it. So underneath their perception, right? You had 3. So we were talking about, but look what came. So they are shifting into the 5D. Stop it. Magic. So now they're in the 5D perception and you're getting a taste of their energy, so stuck on the desire. That's what's creating your anger here. The desire of things not moving, and this should have happened. The time, the this, the that. Oh, this is crazy. I'm crazy. Oh, God, sorry. But it's true. You made me feel that we are one. Meet me in the stars tonight. So again, they're activating. No wonder they got twin and you, it's like you've ridden that now. You're thinking this was just watch from the start. Now you just think it's part of your soul contract. They were a lesson. Divine intervention. Stepping outside of you got that twice. Comfort zone, but them, I'm releasing fears and stepping outside of my comfort zone to come closer to you. So what is in your comfort zone? Your hermit energy. Go do something spontaneous, adventurous, do something different. If it's those courses, whatever it is, do it. Step outside of your comfort zone. Put that fire through your thread right now. Okay. 3D. So now fragmentation of this 3D outlook has happened for them. Until we make our shadows conscious, which you have to go through right now, we continue to hurt each other because of the 3D outlook and desire of how love should be, and this was toxic, and this was this, and this was that. Emma, like we said before. Good times. Oh, the memories. So good times, and they're in deep nostalgia and they got that. Reminiscing. The memories we made together replay in my mind. Our love is immortal. From life after life, you find each other, but you've never gotten it right. So make sure this lifetime you get it right. Together. It's shattering them. Then I don't want to run anymore. Watch the whole thing. How we made each other, how we found each other. We are meant to be together forever and ever and eternity. Truth. All right. Last one. Watching. So double oh, stop it. And that's what's coming. Confession. But they're watching. Checking on your social media has become a new daily habit. But they want to, I'd never take you for granted again. I've learnt my lesson. I'm so sorry. Gerbers. Maybe you need to go buy some gerbers and put them in your home. Or you could have just got some gerbers. Those beautiful, big, bright flowers. They come in the prettiest colors, the yellow, the magenta, the red, the most vibrant flower. Oh, one more. Their and that's another thing they're getting in every deck. So they know their self-sabotage, and this collective right now, I said it before, this is why you are going into you're feeling it, if you know it or not. Withholding love from you, I withheld love from myself because of self-doubt. And that's what you are going through. It's just self-doubt. It's the doubt and not the tangible, it's the unicorn energy. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not real. This collective, you haven't seen it for so long, you think you're delusional instead of just believing, okay? Don't fall short to the 85%, okay? You are not that. Remember that. Okay. Don't worry. Sorry, it's going to be in my mind all day. About a thing. There's every little thing. It's gonna be all right. Okay, let's get their intention. Okay, we had 3, but we always say this is when it can go a little awry. But let's see. I actually feel this is genuine, but let's confirm. All right, true intention. Their true intention. Oh, visionary. So they're thinking about the future. Stop. I finally see and understand everything. I'm feeling hopeful for our future. I'm envisioning you back in my life, but I am continuously working on myself. Love it. 36. Be important. Oh, God. Destiny, 33, 333. You could be watching this at 3:36. Look at your clock. You were destined to meet strong, unbreakable bond, passionate love and strong desire, deep inner knowing and divine connection. I'm understanding our relationship and our connection. What I once thought was trivial because I was stuck in the 3D, and now you're thinking it's trivial, silly Billy, was something more on a higher consciousness. I couldn't understand it then, but I do now. Good. Dark night. So they are going over their shadow and their perception. Dark night's hard. It confirms there could be a bit of destruction in their life. And 3. You got 3, 3, 3, and 3 and 6. You'd be seeing 3, 3, 3 everywhere right now. Expansion. Jupiter. Ancestors are watching. And they're watching too. I'm fighting my demons and re-examining my actions. It is life-altering, also extremely painful, which a dark night is. At times I fight, and that's another thing. I always say dark night of the soul. You're going through the depths of your soul. Shadow is those things that you push right down, things you're ashamed of, embarrassed about. Sometimes we disassociate from it. And I said this person's coming in, just opening up. But if they're a state of a dark night and they're entering, right, and they've just come out of it, they're vulnerable, they're sore, they're reflecting on their inner demons, and you're like, oh, on your high horse, good luck with that. Sorry, I'm going to say it, good luck with that. You need a different perception right now, this collective. Taurus, you could be a Taurus, they could be, but the energy, I took forever in making my mind up about our connection. Instead of speaking to you, I'd run away and indulge in unnecessary pleasures to ignore my feelings. This is what they're focusing on the future, but they're going over this. They're not silly. 83, sentimental. So they are going over photos and things and nostalgia. The memories of us bring me so much joy and agony at the same time. I think about you continuously. You are never far from my thoughts. Ugh, number 51. So this is where they're from, unawakened to dark night of the soul. Now they're starting to realize you're their destiny. You couldn't help that they were stuck in that 3D outlook. Watch the whole thing. Until this happens, their 5D activation, which we explained, 44, 33, 44 consecutive numbers. They were fearful of letting go what they had in their life. I'm going to speak at past tense. And what you were asking, it made them feel uncomfortable because they weren't on that frequency. I say this to divines all the time. When you guys activate to the world, that's when you start seeing everything. Doesn't mean it's the first time it's there. It's been here from the start of time, but you were never open to the frequency. You were never open to the divine journey. They need to go through the same to be open to the frequency and align with you. Otherwise, they think you're crazy. They just think you're a toot-toot. You're like, what happened? Where'd the person I fell in love with? They think you're manic, that you got schizophrenia, that you're woo-woo. Now they're starting to realize, because they're waking up through this dark night. I want one more for that, just to confirm, because I think that's what's transitioned. Yeah, now future focus. So now that they understand the connection, which is, it wasn't their fault. They didn't understand it. They were scared of you. Okay. Oh my God, 334466. That whole row is synchronized numbers. Sign. I'm devoted to returning to you. I'm starting to feel hopeful of our future because I see you being a big part of it. Wow. Dark night. Oh, critical junction. So they are in a critical junction right now. Now we got earth, and you could be a double pairing, earth, earth, air, air, fire, fire, water, water. But they're starting to realize that they were focusing on 3D things. So I had my life all planned out. I don't want to say they could have been focusing on that. I think when you guys aligned, and I said this before, it wasn't the right time. But then I met you and everything changed. I didn't know how to rearrange my life for you. I should have learnt to compromise. There was things in their shadow as well, depth of their soul, that they weren't ready to own. And it was clearly still in their life when they met you. And they didn't know how to rearrange this. They didn't know how to sort this out. And now they're having to reflect on those things buried in the depth of their soul. Painful, okay? But union and in sync. 11. So 3, 3, 4, 4, 6, 6, 1, 1. I want to commit to you. I want to hold your hand in sickness and in health. I want to walk into the sunset with you and never look back, but I need to release certain commitments, whatever that last row is. Okay. I just want to get you a couple of message cards, and we're going to get tarot here. We're going to roll the dice. Get tarot. Right, let's just get a couple. I want 5. Why am I being salty at 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. My life is one big mess, and I felt that before. My life is one big mess, and I'm working hard to fix it so I can be free. Please be patient. And I think that's what it says. Please be patient with me. But I think this is why you needed patience. There was things in their life you did not see that needed to be removed. I pray for your forgiveness, and I hope you'll return back to me. I want to show you that I can be the person that you can count on, that you're safe with. I just heard. Will you find it in your heart to forgive me after all? They want your forgiveness after all this time. I'm afraid you won't give me a second chance. You were very special to me, and I'm planning on taking action to prove how important you really are in my life. Patience. Divine timing is at play, and we need to, I'm going to say, and our union is on the way. Time to heal and evolve. Okay, one more for that. We are merging and aligning as one. What the fuck? We are, because this card says divine timing is at play. We need to wait for our union. But I said we are preparing for union, because that's, anyway. And then this came out. We are merging and aligning as one. Our energies are elevating to the highest form of all love. I feel this is finding you in the nick of time. I am scared to let you close to me, because you'll find out all my secrets. They needed to go through their dark night. They needed to own their secrets. Under missed opportunity, you got secrets. And the unfinished business. Secrets have been embedded here the whole time. And this poor collective, you didn't understand the baggage in this person's soul. Okay? I don't think they're things you're aware of. This is what they needed to confront themselves. They needed to confront their shadow. And that's overwhelming. People can go their whole life and not confront it. Not many people awaken to this stuff. Okay? It's all happened for a reason. You've got to get out of that 3D outlook, the right collective. Hopefully the right collective, by this point of this reading, you understand you're seeing it wrong. Okay. Let's get tarot. All right, so I'm going to roll the dice first. Let's get these. I love the neon colors in this deck. Okay. I'm getting pulled to get my black and white dice. There's a skull on this. So if the skull comes out, I'll re-roll. Or if the skull comes out, maybe I'm actually going to, no, we won't do that. You have to wait and just ride the wave. 5. And we wanted 5 cards before. Okay. I went to this is clearly a sense of urgency, but I don't want to just do 5 days. I'm going to say 5 weeks, because then we can see if this is just going to be a lesson, or if this is something that actually you guys work to. If this person's still here within this next 5 weeks, you're clearly coming onto the same page. Okay, so I'm just going to allocate for the next 5 weeks. First, let's see this person's action. Okay, their action. We'll just get 2 first for their action. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's okay. So they're coming in with an apology for their 5 of Swords behavior. But I always say, Page of Cups, hopeless romantic, a little bit naive. So even though this person's coming in with love in the forefront of their mind, this love offer, this apology, wanting your forgiveness, which has been the theme. Yes, they're going to talk about their mind games, the hand of cards, and I think it's more just it's reminding me of one of those a lot of words. Okay, I've been thinking about you, never far from my mind, and blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to the secrets and the actual things that are making them go through this dark night, I don't think so. If you fell short to validation in the past, the intensity, the 0 to 100, I always say you have to break free from your past cycle. So what are you going to get tested with? Words. Don't fall short to flattery. Yes, this whole reading has been about you guys. You've always lost your voice here, and now it's gotten to a point. It's like you bloody think you use with this, but that's your fault. You've never put up boundaries. You've always just been like, ah! And now this poor person's getting the blame for it. Did they treat you right? No. But like I said, this whole reading, you're both at fault here. Okay? Them coming through, they're going to be sensitive with a message of love. Okay, surprise from a secret, not so secret admirer. Let's be real. Their mind games, lack of intimacy, deception. They do want victory here, but I think that's more going to be talking about their selfish behavior. So, big theme for this collective. You need to be raw, real, and authentic. What you feel in that moment, say. But in a socially constructive, compassionate way, okay? If you feel this person's just blowing up your smoke up your ass with these words, in their mind, this is how they should come in. It's not that they're doing it intentionally. They're bloody hopeless romantic up here, right? You need to say that. I'm really surprised that you're coming through. I've been thinking, whatever the case. But I know last time these, because remember they're going over the mirroring what they said to you last time, the offers they gave you, right? So if you fell short to that last time, the validation, the 0 to 100, the love bombing, as they say, bring it up. These words I've heard before, and you've left me for XYZ for however long, like whatever the case, say it, vulnerable, compassionate. I don't feel safe with these words. That's not your fault, but I just don't feel safe with this. I need some time. Whatever it may be, okay? Oh, it's a ship coming in. It's manifestation. But again, you don't need to rush it either. But they want to expand. They're coming in presenting quite confident. You did get distance. There could have to be a relocation here if you guys live at a distance. That just came to my mind, not within the next 5 weeks, but that could be another thing that they bring up. The distance between you is, lovers. Oh. So contract energy. Just be peaceful here. Equal give and take. I do think this person is going to be very committed here to make it work, so you don't need to rush it. You don't need to think one message is going to solve. But this partnership, being in love, commitment, choices. Yes, you might feel like you're on a crossroads. From what I can see, this person's not removing themselves in the next 5 weeks, but it's going to take some time to get to you both need to make effort here. Okay, again, don't have yourself in your ivory tower. We said that before. I'm seeing this as very genuine. I just want one more for 5 of Swords, because I think that's what they genuinely are going to, in their mind, think that they're talking about, how they want to come in synergy again. Active listening. You have to listen to each other. There could be some work things that they bring up as well, but I feel this person's finally really, they are going to say, I want to build this again. I want to see, whatever the case, but don't rush it. Let's see how, I just want to ask if this can be, okay, so you guys, you do need boundaries. I don't think you've ever had boundaries with this person. So it's not about being nasty, but even say that I've never been able to put boundaries up with you because I love you so much. But I know in myself, for me to start trusting or seeing you, and you don't need to use these words, I'm just giving you an example. I need some boundaries here. I feel like I need to protect myself. Unfortunately, our trust has been broken because of both of our behavior. Don't be blame game. And it's going to take some time. I've now learnt through life, I cannot be with someone I do not trust. whatever you want to say, but you do need some bloody, oh, there, don't you get there, that's what I said. Don't be that queen. Boundaries can come in a nice, compassionate way. You don't need to be an ice queen. You don't need to be a you've got to take accountability too. Your lack of boundaries is your fault. That's not this person's fault. That was your lack of self-worth and self-love. So you need to say that. If you're a Queen of Swords, I promise you this person will run again if you're in this approach, because they're just starting to open up and they're still holding on to toxic cycles and abruption you guys have had. I just want to see what other approach they're recommending you have other than this Queen of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. Have belief. Why be like this if this is something that you're wanting? If you're wanting a 10 of Pentacles, marriage, financial security, family, wealth, legacy, why would you have this? It's just you wanting to start an argument, truly. Boundaries don't need to be done in this kind of way. And that's where people go wrong. Star. And you felt that for so long, but unfortunately, Five of Cups, you're focusing on the spilt milk instead of your two beautiful cups. You failed to see the silver lining. This all had to happen. That was a huge focus. You both needed to find your peace, your serenity, your belief in life, your faith in life. Okay. This is my card of miracles. This Five of Cups had to happen. This Knight of Wands behavior, you've always excused. That's your fault, and that's what you need to say. Again, honesty. I didn't know how to deal with this love before. I loved you more than I loved myself, and that's my own fault. If you don't believe the words that they're saying, say it. But take accountability as well. I let you come in and out of my life. I chose to sit here in heartbreak. I chose to but I don't want to do that again. If this is something you really want, you both need to put effort into one another. We both need to trust. Very important. Okay, what can the outcome be here? Oh my gosh, stop it. I just said, what can the outcome be? You got the 1 twin flame union card. If you do it right. Twin flame reunion. 1, divine union. But you need to it's submission over the control. Anyway. Completion. Life purpose. This can be the outcome if you deal with it right. And just be vulnerable. Be open. Be honest. Don't wear a mask. Allow for spontaneous expression. If you can't spontaneously express yourself, say that to them. I am rewriting this message 100 times. I know I can't send this to you right now. I need to find my emotional center. Just train on. Be honest. Huge theme. Magic. They're coming in a Page of Cups because that's all they know how to do. They're not doing it maliciously. And that's why you can't just rush and expect a fairy tale. You both need to commit to each other and make each other feel safe in your vulnerabilities. You guys, you need to work on communication tools, and that comes from overcoming obstacles. So of course there's going to be obstacles that you need to overcome. Don't rush it. If your codependency is getting activated and you're sitting by your phone, mention it. This is what I'm about, vulnerability and open. I keep checking my phone, or whatever the case. Say it. I don't want to feel codependent on you. I don't want to feel codependent on you having to pop up on my phone. Say this stuff because it's happening very soon. Truth. You have to free yourself from the past. Let go. Let go of the past. Don't let the past hold you back. And say that. It's about us getting to know each other again. Reintroduce yourself. Reintroduce yourself. Don't focus on it being someone that you once loved. Focus on it as if it was you starting to date again. You don't need to rush. Okay? Just saying. Because they're calling in yourself, forgiving and learning. Without this, you would never have learned to see life properly. There needs to be more. So calling in your soulmate very soon. Be free of the past. Forgiving and learning. For both of you. to know each other again. Huge. There's a reason that came to my mind. That's how I think this collective should approach it. So you take the pressure off it. Okay. Get to know each other again. Last one. Express your love. Don't be ice queen. Okay. Very nice. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Sorry. I'm not normal. Whoa. The windfall, very quickly. That's not my building. That's the rush coming in. Citrine, good luck, windfall, abundance. You got the love bell. It's on its way. Venus star. And I said last night you could see Venus right near our moon. It was beautiful. The full moon or new moon. I'm sure the new moon's in like 2 days. Give examples as well of, you know, when you're talking about just little things, just be open, real and vulnerable. You got the 2 quick moving charms that could come in on a stormy night or just very rapidly and shockingly, but it's protected. Okay, you could wear a little. I know people get really upset when I call it a chili pepper because I know it's an Italian charm, but it just reminds me of a chili pepper. But you could like spicy food. And then you got the little magic mushroom. Have you seen that? I'm so excited to that 9 Perfect Strangers. I watched the first season, but I want to watch the second season. It's like the psychedelic retreat. You know my beliefs on this stuff, but maybe you do that stuff, or maybe you microdose, or little mushroom, or maybe some little magical, like but just little mushrooms have started to grow in your yard. Not that kind, but you know what I'm saying. Just mysteriously, like out of nowhere. My eyeballs on? No. Okay. Dice. Birthdays, angel numbers, important memories. 12th of the first that came. That's important because that was one of your first cards, or 1st of the 12th, 3rd of the 5th, 5th of the 3rd, 12th of the 12 20s, 12th of the 2nd, 2nd of the 12th. You could be seeing this at 12. 16 by itself, 13, surrender to the divine. 13th of the 5th, 13th of the 10th, 17th of the 10th, 16th of the 10th, 16th of the 5th. And then the little skull, safe travel. Skulls are safe travel. Okay. I love you, my angels. I'll be on YouTube later. Like later. Like probably about 6 o'clock this evening. But I love you guys.